Alright, so this is going to be a demonstration of how to do the coloring for your analogous color scheme abstract drawing. So, what you should have had is your drawings. I'm actually going to draw this real quickly, but you should have had time during a warm-up to do your drawing of the picture. So, I'm just going to do this real quickly, so don't waste any time. Let me zoom out. Alright, so going to draw this picture. So just draw a curve here, and draw a curve there, curve here, there, curve here, curve there. There's one up here, and there's going to be a curve over here, there. And just take your time with the drawing though. I'm just doing this real quickly just for the video though. But essentially this is like the same drawing that I did over here. Okay, we're gonna choose one that you did last class, and this just stresses the significance of this project in particular. Isn't I'm really not grading you guys on how will you draw this project, but it's more about following directions and making sure you color and use the oil pastels properly. But in terms of like abstract though, it doesn't have to look like anything. Basically, we're just creating lines and shapes. So this is like what I have for my original drawing though. And some of you guys may have more detailed drawings. But if for some reason though you need to fill in more areas in the space though, you can actually create your own lines too. So you can do curves in the inside of these shapes. You can do zigzags as well. It's up to you how you want to create that design though, but you want to make sure to fill up as much as this big open space that you have here. Or you can have like lines that overlap one another. You can do circles or different shapes. So I'm just gonna draw some random shapes here. And again, I'm just trying to fill up that space. Okay, it's not really that big of a deal. But just take your time though. Alright. I mean, this is pretty good what I have here, though. Alright, but you don't want to spend too long on the drawing, though. Just draw some shapes. Alright, and then from here, though, we're going to, we'll start on the coloring. Okay, now real important, though, when you do your coloring, though, you want to make sure to have your color wheel. And again, you may have your color on a worksheet, though, but you can cut the wheel out. I'm going to leave some scissors out for you to cut it out. But this is what you're going to need. It's going to be a very important tool though. But we're going to use the analogous color schemes to do the coloring. So it's going to be colors that are going to be next to each other color. So it's going to be yellow, orange. You're going to mix those two colors. It's going to make a yellow, orange. And then like same thing with like red and violet. Okay, it's going to make a red, violet. So you want to find colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So one example of how we're going to do that, we're going to actually just zoom in real close here, is I'm going to use the yellow and then the orange. Okay, just make sure though, like use the newspaper, clean up your pastels. They may be dirty. This is real important to take your time in the drawing. Okay, it's just like how we did in your practice though. All you're going to do is from one side to the other, you're going to blend from one color to the other. So we're going to do a orange down here. And again, working very, very lightly with the pastels. And then as you're going up here though, you're going to go into the yellow. Okay. So you want to have a nice gradual change from one color to the other. Okay, and then most important though, when you're blending the pastels though, you want to go in the direction of where you're blending in. Okay, because if you go in this way though, it's going to create a very harsh line in between one color or the other. If you go in the direction though of where you're blending, this is going to allow you to actually have those nice blended colors. Okay, and I'm going heavier with the yellow now because the yellow is actually the lightest color on that color wheel. But you want to try to go for like the top colors though, in terms of like what you're blending. So in this case, like the orange is on the bottom here, the yellow is on the top. So yellow is going to be the color I'm going to blend with. And after I'm done blending though, I can go darker with the orange on the bottom here. So you should have that gradual change from the yellow to the orange. So yellow, yellow, orange, and then orange. Alright, I'm actually going to go back with the yellow a little bit more over here. Blend those two. Yeah, really do take your time though. Okay, a lot of you, a couple of you, had to start over on your practice assignment. because you may have rushed it, didn't do it correctly. So this one you really have to take your time though, because this is more involved. If you have to start over again, it's kind of like a lot to have to start over on. All right, so that's one example. Is you can do yellow from orange. Another example you can do too is you can do one color and then one color into the white color. Okay, so we'll do it on the small shape here, but I'm just going to do a um, blue over here, and I'm going to shade it mostly blue. All right, and the way I'm going to shade it with the one color and the white is on one side though I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Again, I'm going in the direction that I'm shading in. Okay, I'm not going this way. So it's real important. You want to shade in the direction of where it's moving, and then you can use the white. You can use the white to blend it out. So again, I'm going in the direction, not this way, but direction it's blending in. So that's going to be very, very important. All right, so you can color your shapes this way too, if you don't want to use the color scheme. So that's one way. And oh, okay, I want to show you this one with the sphere. So if you look right here, we have the sphere, and we can do the violet and red. So I can make the red in the middle here. This one's a little bit harder to do though. You can do like red in the middle, and then you can do like the violet toward the edges. So this is going to create more of like a sphere-like shape with yours. Again, if you look at the color wheel though, I'm going from the red's the lighter color, the violet's the darkest color on the color wheel. All right, so just bear that in mind. It's better to go from like your darkest value to the lightest value on top. That's essentially what we're doing right now. So I'm just going to try to go as dark as I can on the edges. This one's a little bit more challenging to do, so I would suggest practicing this first if you want to try this out, but it is a little bit harder though. And then the red, I'm just going to blend it. And again, I'm moving in the direction of the where I'm blending it in. So I'm going toward the center of the shape. I'm not doing this, I'm going toward the center when I'm blending it. And my suggestion is, you can make it a white in the middle. Mix it in with the white. I'm gonna do like the same thing like I did before. Just go all the way around. You can do a little circle in the middle here, but you can see how it's like starting to create more of like a sphere-like shape. Again, it's a little bit harder to do, so I don't suggest doing this if you aren't comfortable with it. This gives you a little bit more variety though if you want to blend it different ways. And that's one way you can blend it, or you can do it like how I showed you before. Just go one direction into the next direction. And this is a very safe bet. You can't really go wrong with this. And then the red's the lighter color, so we have to use the red to blend those two colors in. Alright. Mix it in with the violet a little bit more. Yeah. Alright. Okay, and I'm going to show you one other way you can blend it. You can do this for the bigger shapes though, but you can go from you can do like 3 colors. So you can go from like the green to the yellow into the blue. Okay, so you have to use the color wheels, otherwise colors won't mix out that well. So I'm actually going to flip it this way because it's easier for me to blend up and down as opposed to left and right. So we're going to go with the blue on the top first. Or actually, we're going to do the, we'll do the blue. So blue is going to be on top. Yeah, I'm just working very lightly with the blue. Kind of a little bit in the orange, but it's okay though. Blue on the top. Again, working very lightly with these colors, then into the green. And make sure you mix the correct colors, otherwise, they won't mix that well. and this is going to go into the yellow. I'm going in the direction I'm shading in. So you'll feel free to flip your picture around if you need to. I always like going up and down. I do not like going left and right when I'm shading. And I'm using the lighter color to blend in the yellow into the green to make yellow green. Okay, and then as I go up though, I'm going with the lighter color again. It's gonna be the green. So when I say lighter color though, I'm just going up on the color wheel. So yellow's in the very top. Now I'm moving on to the green, and then the blue would be the end. So that's how you really get those really nice, rich colors. And that's how you properly blend the pastels together. And then the last color is going to be the blue. And then this part you can go left and right, because we're just coloring the edges. When it comes down to here though, you have to go in the direction of where you're shading. Alright. Really take your time with the edges too. You don't want to. I kind of messed up a little bit there, but that's okay though. That's essentially how you're going to shade those different colors. And then when you have time at the end, you can use the black color to outline the edges. The only thing I don't want you to do is don't shade any of these shapes black. Okay, if you shade it black, then I may have to tell you to start over though, but don't do it. But you can use the black to outline the edges if you want. This is optional though. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Sometimes it's nice to have like that nice dark edges. And then one thing I'll grade you on to is just making sure you fill in those white spaces. But do the black at the very end though. Just make sure everything is fully colored in before you do the black. Because if you try to blend it in with the black, like especially when I go from like this shape here, you may end up mixing with the black by accident. Okay, but just be really, really careful with that. All right. But eventually though, when you're done though, your drawing should look like this. So obviously it's gonna be with your drawing though, but it should look kind of like this at the end though. If you really take your time doing the shading and coloring, it should look like this though. But there's some really nice blends with the white to the green, red, violet to the blue. Now he did do some the wrong colors. Like he did like a red to the yellow green. That's not the right colors. But you can see like it's like a kind of like a yucky looking brown here. So you move like blue to like the black color. But even if you do it like in like 1, 2, or even like 3 areas, like I'm not gonna take off points for that, but if it's like more than half of the picture though, then I may take off points for it, especially if it makes it the the colors not vibrant and looking good. All right, but just make sure you follow directions. Make sure you do the proper shading, proper blending, proper coloring, and really take your time with it. All right.